Now we will enter into the chemical reaction part. Okay, what are acids? What is their chemical nature? In some exam you will get the questions, show the acidic nature of this acid, like this. Okay, so now we will discuss what acid do with metal or metal hydroxide or anything. It's okay. Now we will discuss. The first point is how acid and bases react with metal. Acid and bases react with metal. So acid plus metal gives salt and hydrogen. The point in your book is how acid and bases react with metal. Acid with metal, it gives salt and hydrogen. It's okay? Now I will give you some examples, but before that you have to know which acids mainly react. Acid means any acid except nitric acid. Similarly, metal means any metal we can take, any metal above hydrogen in a reactivity series. It's okay? Now I can give you the example. Here any acid except nitric acid, because in nitric acid in third chapter we will learn. This is in your first term syllabus. I will explain in third chapter why nitric acid is not. Nitric acid is a strong oxidizing agent, so it never produces hydrogen. Instead of hydrogen, it will produce water and NO2, NO3 like this. Okay? So we will discuss it later. Here any acid except nitric acid we will take. Metal means any metal above hydrogen, because here you know that the displacement reaction takes place. So above hydrogen means it can displace hydrogen from the dilute acids. Okay? So let me explain. Acid means, let's say HCl. Metal means, let's say Na. It gives NaCl plus H2. You just balance the equation. HCl plus Mg, it gives MgCl2 plus H2, means salt, hydrogen. Acid and metal. Let's say H2SO4 plus Ca, it gives CaSO4 plus H2. So acid plus metal gives salt and hydrogen. Clear? Here if you take, let's say copper, H2SO4 plus copper, this is no reaction because copper is present below the hydrogen in reactivity series. So it never undergo displacement reaction. Actually here calcium sulfate and hydrogen is displaced. Since displacement reaction takes place, therefore metal above hydrogen we will take. It's okay? Second part, base with metal. It also gives salt and hydrogen. One activity is in there in your book. The hydrogen gas evolved, you can test it. That means it burn with producing pop sound. Okay? So in a container the hydrogen gas displaced or the hydrogen gas produced in the container, mainly you put some soap solution, the hydrogen gas ejected directly, it will not come as a bubble, it will die. If you put some soap solution to it, then it will form large bubbles. Large bubble means you can catch fire to it. It will burn with pop sound. Okay, you just read the activity, you can clearly understand it. This part, second part of this, base with metal, so it gives salt and hydrogen, but not in all cases. It's a special case. I will explain. In between the box I am writing means these statements are in your book. One by one we will cover it. Okay? Base with metal, it gives salt and hydrogen. Base means strong base. That means alkali. Strong base means alkali, that is sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide or lithium hydroxide like this. Okay? Metal means, this metal is the special case of metal. In third chapter you will learn about the amphoteric oxides. Okay? What are amphoteric oxides? The metal oxides which react with both acid as well as base. Okay, we will discuss later it. more clearly. But you have to just remember, if question will come, you have to remember which type of base you have to take. Maybe sodium hydroxide or maybe potassium hydroxide. It's okay. What metal you will take? It is maybe aluminum or maybe zinc or maybe lead, like this. Okay? The amphoteric metals mainly. Okay? In between this, you will give the reaction. So, just come to the point. Base with metal, let's say NaOH. Metal is, let's say Al. It gives sodium aluminate. Sodium hydroxide with aluminum, it gives sodium aluminate plus hydrogen. Sodium hydroxide with zinc, it gives sodium zincate. It's okay. Similarly with Pb, it will produce sodium plumbate. So this is all about the base with metal. Base with metal gives salt and hydrogen. Base with metal gives salt and hydrogen. That means sodium aluminate, sodium zincate. These two things you will remember properly because these two are in your book. This is in your chapter 2, this is in your chapter 3. So better to remember these two. It's okay. This is the strong base and this is the amphoteric metal. Okay. Come to the next part. How metal carbonate or bicarbonate with acid. Actually, it will give you salt, carbon dioxide and water. So, any metal carbonate or bicarbonate react with acid means it will give salt, carbon dioxide and water. So, take the example metal carbonate, let's say calcium carbonate is the most common one, present in limestone or marbles or chalk, etc. With acid, let's say HCl, gives salt means calcium chloride plus CO2 plus H2O. It's okay. Let's say magnesium carbonate or sodium carbonate plus HCl gives sodium chloride plus CO2 plus H2O. Let's say sodium bicarbonate or sodium hydrogen carbonate plus same HCl, it gives same thing. It's okay. Let's say magnesium bicarbonate, another acid I will change here, let's say H2SO4. It will give magnesium sulfate, the salt, then CO2 and H2O. It's okay. Come to the next point. How do acid and bases react with each other? That means acid plus base, it gives salt and water. This is also known as neutralization reaction because acid and base both neutralize each other, produce salt and water. Okay. So take the example, acid, let's say HCl plus base, let's say NaOH. It gives NaCl plus H2O. It's okay. Or H2SO4 plus calcium hydroxide. It gives plus H2O, calcium sulfate plus water. Or HCl plus calcium hydroxide, it gives calcium chloride plus H2O. You make it balance all the equation. It's okay. So these are acid plus base gives salt and water. It's okay. Similarly, you can give number of examples also. Come to the next point. A reaction of metal oxides with acid. metal oxides with acid. What will give? Metal oxides are normally basic in nature. Okay? Mainly metal oxides are basic in nature. So it react with acid means it will give again salt and water. It's okay? Let's say sodium oxide plus acid HCl. It gives NaCl plus H2O. Magnesium oxide plus HCl. It's okay, you make it balance. It gives plus H2O. Calcium oxide plus H2SO4. It gives calcium sulfate, salt and water. So metal with acid gives salt and hydrogen. In the first part I am telling to you. Here metal oxide means these are basic. So with acid it will give salt and water. So it's okay. Another one I will discuss, non-metal oxide. With base. Normally non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. Not all non-metal oxide. Some non-metal oxides are also neutral. It's okay. Non-metal oxides, mainly carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide or nitrogen oxide, these are acidic in nature. Neutral oxide means carbon monoxide, H2O, etc. These are neutral oxide. So non-metal oxides normally acidic in nature, so with base it gives salt and water. It's okay? Give the example. Let's say carbon dioxide, base, let's say calcium hydroxide. It gives calcium carbonate plus this equation you know. Let's say sulfur dioxide, calcium sulfide plus H2O. It's okay? So these are non-metal oxide with base. It gives salt and water. It's okay? Now we'll discuss the blue box question in page number 22. Why should curd and sour substances not kept in brass and copper vessels? It's okay? Page number 22, just read the question from your book. I will explain one by one. Okay? Why should curd and sour substances? That means curd means it contains lactic acid. Sour substances means it is also acidic in nature. So it never kept in brass or copper vessels because acids react with metal to produce salt and hydrogen. That means curd or sour substances, since they contain acid, they react with these metal vessels to produce salt and hydrogen. That means which is unfit for taking, or maybe it will be poisonous, or the taste and odor will change. Okay? So they never kept in metallic vessel. Number 2, which gas is usually liberated when an acid react with a metal? Usually liberate means acid react with metal means it liberate hydrogen gas. Okay? Illustrate with one example. Give one example I am giving you on the board. How will you test the presence of this gas? On showing a burning matchstick to it, it will burn with pop sound. Okay? Like this. Okay? That means it will produce pop sound like this. Okay? So you just try it. Question number 3. This is a very important question and also it is in your hot question. Okay? So just read properly. Metal compound A react with dilute hydrochloric acid to produce effervescence. Read the question properly. The gas evolved extinguishes a burning candle. Write the balanced chemical equation if one of the compound formed is calcium chloride. Metal compound A react with dilute hydrochloric acid produce a gas which extinguishes a burning candle. Which gas extinguishes burning candle? That is CO2. One of the compound is calcium chloride. It's okay. So what will be A? You know that when acid react with metal carbonate or metal bicarbonate, it produce carbon dioxide gas. So A is your calcium carbonate or calcium bicarbonate. It's okay. When react with HCl, it produce calcium chloride plus carbon dioxide. But since in the question no water form is given, that means no about the water is not mentioned, therefore the second part you will never take, because with HCl it gives CaCl2 plus CO2 plus H2O. So it will not acceptable. This one only is correct. So A is your calcium carbonate and calcium chloride and carbon dioxide. It's okay.